Hello everybody, welcome back to Danganronpa. Since the last episode, I fixed my microphone. Not fixed, but I made it better. Hopefully that reflects in the video, but... In the last episode, our assistant was murdered in our bathroom. Definitely not this guy. His name may have been at the scene, but that's just coincidence. Maybe he ate her. Very strange. Mr. Naegi, what was Miss Maizono doing in your room? Let me just say this.
Most suspicious.
Oh, I already talked. Do you really think I'm guilty? Did I talk to you? Probably. Forgot you said that.
Seems like...
Something doesn't seem right. The Monokuma files and Psychos killed in your room. I just can't stop thinking about it. Could it be the nameplate? Oh yeah, if you forgot, our nameplates were glitched. What's going on over here? Can we go to the bathroom? Well, no one's in here. Everyone's talking about this trash room a lot, so check it out. Hopefully if Boomy or Big Chungus doesn't get mad at me for being in here. And there's nothing to do anyway. There's a sturdy gate here. No way to get past.
Monokuma appears!
Oh, fuck the thing. It's the end of the line. The trash room. This is where all the trash in the school eventually lines up. How do you get this gate open?
No, you can't go any further!
No. No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in. Cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further!
Then who's on cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further!
Is it just the same line? This is stupid. It's faster to just go around and ask the others.
No, you can't go any further!
Cleaning duties and added to the truth bullet. Does this work now? It looks like some kind of switch. I wonder! God, you're such an idiot. Do you think any of the other nameplates may have been switched? Looks like everyone else is in their proper positions. Besides us, of course. But who's doing laundry right now? That's the first thing I would do in a murder investigation. Oh, no one. Let's check out the dining hall. Hina, are you investigating the dining hall? Oh, no, I'm just taking a break. Actually, I've been taking a break since we started. This is all a first for me, you know? I don't have the first clue what I should be doing. I know what you mean. And I don't know why, but being in the dining hall helps keep me calm. So I know I shouldn't, but I've been kinda hanging around here. To tell the truth, I was doing the same thing last night, when Sayaka was killed. How about that wasn't added to the truth bullet? Come on. Oh, there was 6 knives in the wall, and 1's missing. I thought it would be like, a little less obvious. Why didn't they just take the biggest knife? There are all kinds of kitchen knives here, big and small, but it looks like one of them is missing. We should go check if our assistant has it. Is it missing from the very beginning, or... Better see if anyone here knows more about it. Kitchen knife set. Leave the kitchen? Yep. On the last one, we got Sayaka's DVD, so we should take that to the AV room, check it out. this is more important. Cleaning duty, eh? As a matter of fact, Monokuma came and talked to me yesterday morning. Oh, really?
Listen to me!
You probably realized I was basically in charge, so he decided to talk to me directly. The topic of conversation was assigning cleaning duty. Oh, so you're on cleaning duty now.
That's wrong!
Actually, no. Huh? Okay, who is? Fumi was also there when we had this conversation. He volunteered right away, so I let him have it. So he's on cleaning duty now.
Count on it!
Indeed. But we'll swap out on a weekly basis. I'm sure you'll be up before too long.
Got it!
And when that time comes, I'll be counting on you. So cool. You know, everyone's really relaxed and just not mentioning how the body was found in my room. Like, the book girl was like a little suspicious about it, but everyone else is like, yeah, that could happen. Like, I thank everyone for their understanding. I should be able to use this to see what's on the DVD. The DVD that Sayaka threw in the garbage. I sat down in front of the screen and put her DVD in the player. I pushed play, and the screen was dark for a few seconds. But then... an image slowly appeared. It looked like some kind of concert. And standing on stage, front and center, was a face I recognized all too well. Sayaka. She was there, along with the friends she said had been so important to her. She was positively glowing there in front of the crowd, so full of life. Seeing that image made it even harder to accept, accepting that she was dead. My vision started to blur and darken, and then the voice I'd come to despise so much began to float out of the speakers.
Sayaka Maizono, the ultimate pop sensation, lead singer for a world-famous all-girl pop band. For these girls, the glowing spotlight only made them that much more beautiful. But then...
Suddenly the screen went dark, and in the next moment, I saw something I could hardly believe. Whoa, what the? Sayaka disappeared from the stage, which was now in ruins. But what I noticed even more than that was the figures of the other girls who had all simply collapsed.
This ultra-successful team suddenly fell apart.
Wait, if Sayaka's band fell apart, wouldn't that, like, not give her motivation to escape the place? It's one of her whole things that she needs to go out and keep her career going, but if it's already over, then she has no pressure to leave.
None of them will ever perform on stage again. None of them will ever feel the warmth of the spotlight. For Sayaka, there's simply nowhere for her to return to.
Yeah.
So here's the billion-dollar question. What, oh what, could have caused the group to go to pieces?
Look for the answer after graduation. Does that imply I'm gonna go graduate? Or that's probably in the video, actually. But what the hell? That wasn't real, right? They're a super famous pop group. Everyone knows who they are. Is he trying to say he was even able to get to them? If that really did happen, everyone in the outside world must be going crazy. What kind of person would take things this far? Alright, we walked past the classrooms. Let's come check if anyone's in here. Right, look at this. The desk I woke up on when I first got here. The little pamphlet is still laying there. Isn't there anything that might help solve the case? There's nothing here. Doubt there's really any evidence in here. The clock. There's a clock telling me what time it is, but I can't see outside, so I have no idea if it's even right. Speaking of which, I wonder if there's a time limit on our investigation. Monokuma said we have like a few hours, so... Don't accuse me of murder. Toko, can you tell me anything about cleaning duty?
Huh?
Cleaning duty?
What's your
Like I
problem?
know anything about that. Taka's the one who cares about stupid organizational stuff like that. Didn't accuse me of murder, it's progress. I'll still kill her though. Can I go in here yet? Rattle, rattle. Who up shopping? No one. I don't feel like spending my coins right now. Hey, Celeste, do you know anything about this cleaning duty stuff?
Huh?
Cleaning duty? What is that? Honestly, I have no idea. Maybe you should ask Taka or someone else. Anyone but me, really. So is everyone just gonna tell me to go talk to Taka until I go talk to Hifumi? Nothing in here. Dude, why did they put so many windows up if they're just gonna block them off? I don't get it. Yeah, I loved watching that entire, like, loading animation just to instantly look in the other room. Oh, we need to ask her about the numbers. Hey, Chihiro, I was hoping I could ask you about something.
Huh?
Oh, what is it? Before she died, Sayaka left a message. She wrote out the numbers. Leon. It says fucking Leon. Do you have any idea what these numbers might be? Like, could they be a code or something? Sorry, no. Chihiro slowly shook her head.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I just don't know. Okay, well, don't worry about it. I'm feeding you pretty shit information anyway, considering those are obviously fucking letters. Thanks anyway for trying. Even she doesn't know. Or could she maybe know more than she's letting on? Maybe she's secretly literate, and if we showed her the message, she'd know it says Leon. No, couldn't be. No way. I seriously don't want to die here.
Help me!
Oh, we already got this. So I guess we just have to go talk to, I said his name a minute ago, Big Chungus. Because he knows about cleaning duty the most, presumably. I'm looking for whoever's on cleaning duty. Cleaning duty? As a matter of fact, that's me. Why do you ask? It just so happens Monokuma talked to me yesterday and asked me to take care of it. Without someone on cleaning duty, the school will be flooded with trash in no time. So I formally applied for the position. I was going to start this morning, but after what happened, I haven't had a chance to get started. And since you're on cleaning duty, you can open the gate in front of the trash room.
Here we go!
Coins! It's my job to gather up all the garbage and toss it in the trash room. And to do that, they gave me the key for the trash room gate. But we're supposed to rotate once a week, so eventually you'll be in charge.
Very strange.
Wait, hold on. You need a key to get into the trash room, and only the person on cleaning duty has access to the key? What's the point of going to all that trouble? Why not just leave the trash room open all the time so we can throw things out whenever we want? It does seem more convenient.
So in other words,
Actually, anyone who kills a fellow student and becomes blackened will graduate unless they are discovered.
so that's it.
That must be why. If anyone could go in and out of the trash room whenever they wanted, then destroying evidence would be easy. the thrill would disappear and things would become boring. Boring?
Hey, listen.
Anyway, more important than that.
Hey, you
Hey,
bastard.
fatty. Why you on the clean duty gig anyway?
Oh,
Why is he trying to, like, frame Hifumi? It's you, bitch. I just decided to volunteer for something no one else would want to do. What's the big deal? Thank you, Hifumi. I've been an asshole to you for calling you Big Chungus. That's probably worse than calling you Fatty in a way.
You...
Well, I know why you did it.
Is it
You want to
like...
dig through all the girls' trash. Looking for, poking around at it. Like, it's not the reason I expected him to give, but whatever.
there's no way to
What are
think
you
about this in
talking
a
about?
common
Oh,
sense
my
kind
love
of
is
way.
for 2D. That's a fair point.
You know what I mean.
There's all kinds of trash figures like that. Maybe you'll get tired of 2D and then turn to... I would never get tired of 2D. They're spending a significant amount of time comparing 2D and 3D. I voluntarily chose 2D. The only thing 3D is good for is to shower love and affection on 2D. Oh, and PVC figures.
Give me a break.
How are you not totally embarrassed to say stuff like that? If you're so worried about Hifumi's questionable morality, there's a very easy solution. Whenever a guy is cleaning duty, Sakura can accompany them from picking up the trash, disposing it. What?
What?
You're innocent as you claim. What's the harm in it? That's not how it's supposed to go. Anyway, on another topic, Hifumi, since you were on cleaning duty, I have a favor to ask you. What? So now you suddenly want to join my party? Sorry, but you haven't triggered that flag yet. I mean, you haven't helped me recover from a past trauma, or save a village, or beat a boss. No, nothing like that. I was just hoping to get into the trash room and look around.
You got it.
Okay. That is so easy. So Hifumi and I headed down to the trash. I thought he was suspicious I'm the murderer. Why is he helping me to the trash room? Okay, so while I was in this garbage room bit, my computer ran out of storage space, so I had to restart the recording. Anyway, I'll start back up. You'd like me to open the gate, wouldn't you? When I look at it, it makes me think. They say he killed his wife. He learned how to get by on the inside, but he never stopped dreaming. Get busy living or get busy dying, he said. So him and Rita, they found themselves a way out. So, whatever. Please just hurry up. Okie dokie, leave it to me. Hifumi pulled a key out of his pocket and used it to flip the switch next to the gate. And then...
Mr. Naegi!
However, Mr. Naegi,
Without a doubt.
clearly you aren't using the planning to use a trash room to destroy evidence, are you? You fiend! You planned this all along! No! I just wanted to see if the actual killer had tried to destroy any evidence or not. But the actual killer is you, isn't it? You want to see if you left anything behind. Wait, maybe a parallel world? Whatever. Let's just hurry up and keep looking. There are shards of broken glass scattered around from the incinerator. It looks like it used to be some kind of glass ball, just about big enough to fit in the palm of your hand.
Is this perhaps?
Yeah! Is that? Do you know what this is? They say if you collect all 7, a dragon will appear and grant you a single wish. Kidding aside, it's the kind of thing you might see on a big city street corner. Gaze into it, and it'll show you a glimpse of the future. Just like that Mina girl who's on that quest to find that one guy. Yeah, I get what you're trying to say, but who did this particular ball belong to? There's only one person it could be. They should all still be in the gym. Better go find out for sure. There were only 2 people in the gym, I don't know why I said that. There's something on the ground from the incinerator. It looks like a burnt piece of something. Is that blood on it? A burnt piece? Like a hunk? A hunk of burning love? Anyway, this is... It looks like a piece of cloth and the shape. It's part of the sleeve from a button-up shirt. Now that I look at it, it's definitely blood in the cuff, which means this is all that's left of some of the evidence the killer destroyed. But there are lots of people here with white button-up shirts. This isn't enough by itself to figure out who the killer is. Burnt shirt piece. Could that be like from Sayaka? Because like her wrist is broken during the attack. Is there anything over here? It's a huge trash can. Is that where we're supposed to put whatever trash we can't burn? Well, whatever it's for, it doesn't look like it's hiding any clues. Coin. What's the button? A green button and a yellow button. There's no doubt they're related to the big mechanism. Big mechanism. This is the incinerator. It's way in the back part of the trash room. It's a good 30 feet from here to the gate. And it's on right now. And Bert's in the middle of that. Do you see the green and yellow buttons next to the mouth of the incinerator?
Yes,
It's
indeed.
a pretty simple setup. You press the green button to get it going, and the yellow button to turn it off. Sooner or later, you'll be on cleaning duty, so make sure you learn this before you leave, okay? He just went from accusing me of murder to, oh, by the way, when you gotta do cleaning duty later on, after they find you innocent and such. Someone turned the incinerator on! Very strange. I'm certain it was off last time I was down here.
Was it a fairy?
Perhaps it was the work of a fairy. Fumi, do you realize what you just said? Huh? The fairy? No, you said that last time you were here, the incinerator was off. Yes. About that, there can be no mistake. I've got one thing going for me. It's my memory.
I feel as if...
Yesterday, as soon as I was appointed, I came down to check the place out. It definitely wasn't on then. Haven't been back to the trash room since then. And since I'm the only one who has a key to open the gate,
Most
it should be
suspicious.
impossible for the incinerator to be on. And yet... So that means someone was able to switch on the incinerator without opening the gate. But how is that possible? The incinerator adds truth bullets. This whole thing is quite strange indeed. When I was here last, the incinerator was off, and those glass shards and burnt clothes weren't. What does it all mean, Mr. Miyagi? Will you be confessing soon? Okay, am I doing trash duty next week, or am I getting murdered? Why me?
That's it.
Everyone
I'm
already
sure of
knows
it.
who did it. All the mysteries are being solved, one by one. It sounds like he's living out into one of his comic book fantasies. I don't think there's anything else to talk to Fumi. Hey, Mr. Miyagi. You seem a little down. I just accused you of murder, and I told you you're gonna do trash duty, and I accused you of murder again. I don't get it. Huh? Really? If you need help lifting your spirits, call me anytime.
Come on.
I got
come
all
on.
kinds of smart stuff that might help cheer you up. Stop. Okay, I think we're done investigating in here. Probably. Do you have new dialogue?
Seems like...
Nope. What about you?
Very strange.
I think that's the same. We already had this conversation. Why is it doing the whole like sound effect and such? Where can I go now? Oh, right to gym. You have to show someone a crystal ball. I'm not sure who, but someone is gonna get crystal balls. You have new out.
Listen to me!
Do you have a second, Makoto? I've uncovered something most unusual. Door to everyone's dorm with a nameplate on to show whose room it is, right?
You hear me?
Well, it just so happens. Wait. No. You might be the killer yourself. I can't tell you anything.
Got it!
After I gave you that chips. Forget everything I just said. Forget Beam! Sorry, just a little joke. Even I do jokes sometimes. Ha ha ha. Dot. Man, even our friend talk, I think, though. Maybe if I give him the ring, he'll be my friend. Not accuse me, but not actually accuse me because he's not sure. He said to go to the gym with the crystal ball thing, right? Wait. Hey, Hero, can I ask you something? I forgot you could like it. Oh, no. I gotta get out of here. Gotta get out now. I've had enough. I gotta break free. Hero, snap out of it. Makoto? What are you doing? What? Hey, does this look familiar? That's my crystal ball! But it's all smashed? What the hell?
What the heck?
I only bought it because the guy said it was blessed. He said it was unbreakable. But how did it break?
What?
Was it actually just made of glass and not crystal? Did that guy totally dupe me? He said it belonged to the pillars of history. Genghis Khan, George Washington, Napoleon. He said whoever controlled that crystal ball controlled the world. Is that seriously all BS? Let's put that aside for now. So you can say without a doubt that this belonged to you. Yeah, that's mine for sure. I probably forgot it in the laundry room last night. But someone must have come by and snatched it. You left it in the laundry room? That means anyone could have found it and taken it. Shattered crystal ball. Thanks, Hero. That's all I wanted to know. Sure. By the way, I'm almost afraid to ask. How much did you pay for that thing? Everything I saved up from fortune telling 2 full years. Came out to be like $1 million. $1 million? That's pretty cheap actually, considering it gives you the power to control the world. That's just too stupid. I can't even feel bad for him. Nope. I don't think there's anything else. Now what? Oh, the laundry room, maybe? Like actually look at in here. It's just the vending machine's still here. Still doesn't have any way of helping to solve this case either. There's some magazines laying around. No help there. There's a swimsuit hanging out to dry. That has nothing to do with what's going on. Do I have to check like all the washers? The washing machine has nothing to do with the case. Could there be another coin among them? You gotta have faith. People always hide news in the washing machines. Or not. Well, if this wasn't right, then what is? Where am I going? Is there anything new in the kitchen? Read the same dialogue. Hey, so did you notice that one of the kitchen knives is missing from the dining hall? You know, I probably should have asked her this when I initially looked at the knives.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, weird, huh? I thought it was just kinda strange. A knife was suddenly disappearing like that. Oh, so it wasn't missing from the beginning.
That's right.
No. Last time I remember, they were all lined up in a neat, nice row. So when did you notice one of them disappeared?
Well,
I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you were saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah. In other words, you were right there in the dining hall and someone came and took it. Then you should be able to say for sure. You can tell everyone I didn't come to the dining hall last night, which proves I didn't take it. Aoi's account. Hey, by the way, did you really kill Sayaka? What? Of course not, I would never. Hina, do you really think I murdered her?
I mean...
Well, she was killed in your room, right? So I mean, you guys were supposed to be friends, right? But you still killed her. On the other hand, two people becoming good friends, and one killing the other is a classic drama setup. So when you consider everything together,
Aww.
I honestly have no idea. Ding dong, ding dong. Is it time for the trial?
So, I'm getting tired of waiting. What say we just get started, It's time for the long-awaited class trial! Now then, allow me to appoint a proper location for the proceedings. Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
Can't wait to go through the red door. The red door, the first floor. That's where I should go. No, where I have to go. Let's go this way. There's no running away now. The red door. I have no choice but to go through it. Nope, same thing. You're late, Makoto. We've all been waiting for you. You bet you were afraid you'd be discovered as the murderer you are.
Listen to me!
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class trial. There, we can all reveal the details of Makoto's crime. God damn it. So they really are convinced I did it, but I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both know that all too well. But then, who is the killer? I think Kyoko's the only person who can actually tell that is said Leon at the scene. The one who murdered Sayaka. Is it really one of us?
Is everyone here? Okay then. Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
What?
So whoever
What?
stuck us here even took the time to set up a goddamn courtroom, huh?
Impossible.
Yeah, you really gotta go through this class trial thing, huh?
You know?
You wanna confess? I guess now it's time to do it. I'm telling you, I didn't do it.
Hey,
There's no point standing around here. Settle your resolve and step into the future. Dot dot dot. Let's get started.
Got it!
Relax! I haven't decided 100% that you're a culprit just yet. The justice system. Maybe. But you're obviously leaning that way.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, in the end, I wasn't able to do any looking around or anything. Is this really how Sayaka would want us to find out who killed her?
What the heck?
I can't help but wonder what whoever killed Sayaka is feeling right now. Well, did you find anything that might actually prove you're innocent? Being so insistent, even though you obviously killed her. Very impressive.
You know what I mean.
Well, I did my job. I'm counting on the rest of you from here on out. Most guilty statement ever. Well then, the time has finally come. Are you ready? So, the school basement has become the darkened stage. We're all here to bear witness to Mr. Naegi's final curtain call. So am I doing trash shooting next week or no? What do you think I'm doing, Hifumi? Alright, what now? Like the door? A surveillance camera. I can't waste time on this right now. I guess I have no choice but to get on with this elevator. Just about to get on this elevator.
Then.
Let us begin.
Yes, indeed.
Good idea.
Hey,
Are you scared? No, scared isn't quite right.
Makoto.
I said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mysteries surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. I need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. I didn't need someone else to tell me to do that. In Sayaka's honor. I swear I'll find out who the real killer is. Leon. As I raised my voice to try and give myself courage, I turned, trembling with anticipation, towards the elevator. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already on the elevator when I finally stepped on. The doors closed and the elevator started to move. The steel box descended with heavy clunking sounds toward the school's basement. I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when his time finally comes.
Oh,
Rather than that, is it not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment? Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school. You finally arrived! What do you think? Doesn't it feel just like a real portrait? Is it usually blue? It's like a Hollywood movie set, right?
Shit.
Not even close. It's total shit. Give me 2 seconds to walk away from it. Alright.
Well now.
Okay. Everyone find your assigned seats and sit down. Oh, hurry up. We all did what we said and found our seats. The seats were arranged in a giant circle. It was set up so everyone could see everyone else, which also meant it'd be easy for anyone to transfer their tension and unease on to anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. And so the curtain on our first case opened. A deadly judgment. A deadly deception. A deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle. A deadly defense. A deadly faith. A deadly class trial. Sure. What is this? Set skills. What is it? Increases the influence gauge by 2, effective during the class trial. How many skills do I have? Increases damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. Effective during the bullet time battle. What does this one do again? Well, that's all I have. What's the e-handbook? Oh, this thing.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course.
Oh, I'm so glad it's all voiced for me.
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier.
Friendship penetrates? Okay, but what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay.
I think I'm gonna
That
add
about does
these
it for the
students as they
preamble.
die.
Get ready to get started.
That would make sense, like, have more than a few
First up
characters
is
left.
the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
It's about to begin. The debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I notice, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Sure, tell me about this. As things progress during each class trial, we will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried within their statements. What this means is that you'll have to use a truth bullet to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Are we finally getting trigger happy? Use the mouse to aim, then fire with the left mouse button. Pay close attention to each character's statements and use a truth bullet to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the escape key during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Make your argument. Oh wait, am I picking an argument?
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom.
So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
What? Shoot, what? How does this work? Huh? Something's off about what was just said. If Sayaka hadn't resisted at all, there's no explanation for what happened to my room. For this first debate, we would like to take a quick sidebar. If you're unable to spot and refute someone's lies or contradictions, the argument will repeat. Within a group of statements, some words appear in a different color. Did you happen to notice? That represents a potential hole in the person's statement, a possible weak spot. These weak spots reveal important. Not always in inaccurate sections of a person's statement. Their truth bullets are only effective against these weak spots. I can't just shoot people? So when you see one come up, take aim and fire, but only if you're sure it's actually wrong. Also, you can fast forward an argument by holding down the control key. Well then, good luck and have fun.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono!
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Did it shoot? Yeah, something soft about what she just said. It's like I hadn't resisted at all. It's no... I'm shooting!
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono!
Yeah, we know that part already.
Wait, okay, how do I shoot people? Weak spot...
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Okay,
No,
I have to just shoot the words. That's dramatic.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. It's literally sticking out of her, you can see the knife. Make your argument. Kitchen knife set.
So what was used to kill her?
Kitchen knife set. Do I shoot
There
that?
was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon!
Sixth step?
No, that's wrong!
Was
No,
I not supposed to shoot that?
I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach.
You just... Oh my god.
And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
I'm gonna shoot this guy.
Great. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we've presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
She's right. There's gotta be a breakthrough somewhere, it's just waiting for us to find it. Like Leon's name. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates, but sure. You can concentrate by holding down the spacebar. While you're concentrating, time will slow down so you can pay closer attention to what everyone's saying. On top of that, it'll steady your aim, making it easier to target potential weak spots. Concentrating like this consumes the focus gauge, and if this gauge empties, you can't concentrate. But the focus gauge will recover over time, so let your brain take a rest, no need to rush. Well then, good luck and have fun. Owie, sit down.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret. Nobody was in the...
No, that's wrong!
Wow, this is way too easy.
Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Well, I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. When I finished my tea and went back to the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together, and lying to protect each other?
She would die too.
Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then
Yeah,
there's
so what's
no
the
way
point?
anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together, and they just didn't know about the rule?
Ugh, good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case! Oops! Did I say that out loud?
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
That's right! Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis. You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations? We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room. So, I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome!
Big child.
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true! One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
I
Why
wonder.
didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because... they're not here anymore.
Someone who's not here? Are you talking about?
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
This is Sayaka? Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was Sayaka.
I got it!
Maybe she was
Then
trying to like frame me or get me
Sayaka is
to
the
help
one
her
who
kill
took the knife?
someone. It's like the entire time I was pretty suspicious of her because she's like acting strange, but Just because she was murdered doesn't mean she wasn't plotting something against the other students or me.
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself!
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What?
See? He did do it after all!
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
Damn, if I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say? Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Your first Hangman's Gambit is about to begin. Yep. You can just explain this to me at the beginning. As things advance further into a class trial, the Hangman's Gambit will eventually take place. The point of this is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. You have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around and the letters already known. Man, this is what like actual lawyers have to deal with like phrases flying around their heads. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right one. Use the mouse to aim, then press the left mouse button to shoot the desired letters. If you shoot down the wrong letters, you'll suffer damage to your influence gauge. If this gauge reaches 0, or if you run out of time, you fail. Well then, good luck and have fun. Something that shouldn't have been at the scene, but wasn't. That's the most crucial point. We can just figure out what that something is, and if she would stop keeping secrets from us. What? Push. A. What? I have no idea what's going on. Am I supposed to shoot it like a lot? Oh, hair. I thought you were supposed to like shoot it once,
Now
like you
I
can like
understand.
blast it.
That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there.
Been in the room where she's dead?
That makes sense, does it not?
No.
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Ha ha ha! Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then, Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene?
Like the name?
Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
The killer struggled to get into the bathroom, and the evidence that proves that is the object the killer broke. Why are there two separate... Okay, bathroom doorknob.
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
And Kyoko said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice it at first, but is that the key point here? There's a bit more to learn about oh my god. From here on out, the number of weak spots will start going up. But no matter how many weak spots, there's essentially only one lie or contradiction in that debate. What I'm trying to say is, not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. Use a truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they said, but you also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. Now this is important, because if your influence gauge reaches 0, you fail. You have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or contradictions. Well then, good luck and have fun. Make your argument.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
No.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
And finally, the culprit had Sayaka cornered.
And to finish the job, they stabbed her with the kitchen knife.
It was you, wasn't it, Makoto? Admit it! We already know the answer.
I need to go back one more time. It's not because the door was locked. No, that's a different reason entirely.
The incident took place
Wait,
in
they pressed
Makoto's
control?
room.
Sayaka was first, she then fled into the...
Then the killer ran and they got into the bath. At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the... Because Sayaka had locked it.
No, that's wrong! The reason my bathroom didn't open was because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with walking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Murderer?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door, that's not lucky at all.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
The killer was convinced the bathroom's locked, so they didn't know the door actually couldn't be locked. In other words, the important detail about the scene of the crime that they didn't know was it took place in my own room.
I got it! The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable!
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through!
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up! Quit without saving!
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules!
Majority rules? Do you really think that's a good idea?
Why would you advocate against that?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you...
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place. Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Where is he pointing? I'm right next to you. Because she asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. That's the answer right there. There's no way I could let someone in because... Wait, crap. Well, yeah, because we switched rooms in the first place, right? Yeah, let's go with that. Wait. On the night of the murder, Makoto and Sayaka traded rooms and room keys. When the victim was discovered, Makoto's room key was also found in Makoto's room. Sayaka originally asked Makoto to switch with her when someone attempted to force their way into her room, and she became frightened. Let's go with that.
I got it! Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Ooh.
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this.
Oh my
and tell
god,
me,
she was gonna kill me.
Can you still deny the possibility?
There's something I want to talk to you about. It's just us two. In 5 minutes. Come see me in my room. So was Sayaka gonna kill him? Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh?
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't. But...
Of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Then, that note. Sayaka wrote it.
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
That's true. He can't be him. Even though he said he was going to eat my assistant, can't be him.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well then. Pay attention.
The dorm nameplate.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
Your meaningless words taught. What? You need to consider this carefully one more time. There must be a contradiction there somewhere.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Am I supposed to look at the whole
But in
thing,
the
go
note,
back and forth?
the place
or
they
am I
were
just...
asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in.
No, that's wrong! The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right?
Okay, then who did it?
Sayaka? Yep. I'm trying to piece together what happened, so... Sayaka was clearly plotting something, and I was just cool. So she got the knife, switched the nameplate, then told probably Leon to come to the room. But why would she need to switch rooms? Okay, probably to frame me, that makes sense. What was the sword for then? I have no clue. The only other person who knew we had switched rooms. Sayaka.
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
There's something I want to talk to you about in my room. Just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
It wasn't on Sayaka's hands, right? So
oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
The reason I know Sayaka's wrist is broken with a fake sword is because when you look at her wrist, there's no doubt. So either the sword or the sheath. Makoto took this from the gym entryway and put it in his room. The sheath was found some distance from the sword itself and shows evidence of being scratched with a sharp object. If he were going to attack someone with the sword, he would almost certainly remove the sheath first. Makoto took this from the gym entryway and put it in his room. The sword was found out of its sheath on the floor in the middle of the room. The sword handle is missing some of the gold coating and was part of the blade. Okay, what about her wrist? Like, his right wrist had been fractured and her wrist was glittery at the injury's location. In addition, her hands appeared to be completely clean, except for the index finger of her hand, which had some blood on it. Okay, so I have no idea. So clearly the sheath not coming off has nothing to do with it, so let's go with the sheath. Damn it. I'm sorry, it just doesn't make any sense. How is there any connection between the sword and her wrist?
Shoot!
It's like I embarrassed myself in front of everyone. The reason I know Sayaka's wrist is broken with the fake sword is because when you look at her wrist... Oh, there's no gold on her hands. I think that's it. Let's go with that.
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen.
Oh my god, I'm
There's
blind.
something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword! Right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
Alright, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
What happens in my room? And what led to Sayaka's death? It's what we need to make clear. There's a bit more to learn about not- oh my god. How much is there to- After getting used- are you getting used? Sure. Starting the next debate, I'll start loading multiple truth bullets into your truth cylinder. Just like with the weak spots, only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you'll have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spots to refute each statement. If you come up with the wrong combination, you'll take damage to your influence gauge. You can press the Q key to rotate the cylinder and choose which bullet to fire. Press and release the Q key to cycle through each bullet. Or you can use the mouse wheel. By the way, if the logic difficulty is set to kind, fewer bullets will be loaded into the cylinder. For our purposes, the logic difficulty will be set to mean. Can I change the logic difficulty? Like, I'd like to play in like the hardest mode, but it might be too late for that. Well then, good luck and have fun. Make your argument. What are we even going to argue?
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack!
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist!
This is a sneak attack,
She
why would I
tried
hit
to
her
fight
wrist?
back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
Okay, I'm not sure. If the person with the sword really did attack first, there's no explanation for how a certain part of the sword got damaged. True, if they attacked first, they would have unsheathed it.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt.
Bam!
Sword-based sneak attack!
Wait, oh, I forgot that waste time.
No, that's wrong. Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead! Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
I'm starting to think what happened was Sayaka invited Leon over, and then attacked him. And then in the struggle, Leon managed to win, killed her, and then just ran away and is trying to pass it off.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it! So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere, then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself, but then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
Part of her body that shows she never used the sword. If you want to use the sword, which part? Her palm. There's no gold in her palms. What I
You're
tried to
talking
say
about
earlier.
her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
No, that's not it at all.
There's no way Sayaka washed the gold coating off her hand because he was being fucking murdered. There's a certain regulation that talks about what happens to the bathrooms at nighttime, the waterfall.
I got it! According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet.
Girl, it's been days.
Oh my.
What? Is it gonna eat her?
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
An insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
The one who damaged the sheath would have had to have been the one without the sword, Sayaka.
I got it! Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
She did have the kitchen
But
knife.
we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
What?
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true! Because...
I gave her a bouquet.
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument! You're being super boring right now. Come on,
What's
hurry up and
super
decide who did
interesting?
it!
You're watching some kid figure out his crush is trying to murder him. Not murder him, but implicate
Wouldn't
him.
it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now just needs to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to finding out who killed her, but what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. The name. Dying message. That's it.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Very well. And let's review all the clues we've found up to this point one more time.
Do we really have time for all that?
Do we have? How much time do we have?
Die!
This clock up here keeps resetting.
If we don't do something, we're all gonna die!
I think I have to shoot the first thing. There's still one clue left, I'm sure of it. I loaded it into my gun after all. Sayaka left it on the wall she was leaning up against.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did, but there just aren't any more clues, right?
No, that's wrong.
Great.
There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember?
We're only just getting to this.
11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Oh.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
There's no question that Sayaka wrote that message, and I can prove it. Her left index finger.
I got it!
The murderer could have wrote
Her
it.
left index finger
her
had
finger.
blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
Hey, Chihiro.
Not one of them.
You're a computer nerd
Just
or whatever,
one.
right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
The girl with the purple hair, things like Kyoto said, like, when you're writing, like, pressed against the wall like that, it should be, like, upside down, too. She knows. It says Leon. She's known this whole time.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Oh, yeah.
Is that not what she was saying?
Looks like...
Like she pointed out, like, the way she would have had to write it.
Huh? What?
No, it's just, look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
You can kind of see, like, the smudge in between that makes it an N.
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1-1, but looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa, you might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
But even if that really is an N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
Damn it, it's no use. I just can't know. It's like that one scene from Gravity Falls where, like, Mabel, like, looks at it upside down. She knows. She literally...
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Huh? Rotate it? I think maybe I see
Oh
something.
my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it.
So, whose name did she write?
You're look. Sayaka's dying message reveals the killer's name. If you turn the message 180 degrees, it should become crystal clear. Can I select her? I kinda want to, but I don't want to redo the whole trial if that breaks it.
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N, or more accurately, Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence. It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That sounds like
so
one
much
hell
blood
of a
on her
stretch
hands.
to me.
Like a lot more than just on her fingertip.
I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
The evidence that Leon tried to get rid of? Is that the thing I found on the ground in front of the incinerator, right?
I got it! You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
Just not the part of the shirt that has the blood on it. Everything but the blood.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
You're kind of accusing yourself with that one, Chihiro.
That's right! There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
The burnt remains of the button-up shirt, which the killer wasn't able to get rid of. There's something about it we need to pay attention to in order to figure out who's responsible. How it was disposed of?
I got it!
Since you would have had to get in.
Closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right?
So the killer had really long arms.
And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You'd need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
He has the white shirt. No, that's wrong. There's another way to use the incinerator without being the one on cleaning duty. And that's exactly what proves that Leon is the real killer. Make your argument. A shattered crystal ball. That's it.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy the evidence. Which means the only possible suspect is whoever had the trash room key.
Okay, so the person who would have had the trash room key was... Huh? Me? No!
There absolutely was a way to use the incinerator without using the trash room key. The killer was able to turn the incinerator on by using something I found on the ground nearby. Did they throw the ball at it?
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had...
So the only one who... The person in charge of the...
And you'd have to get close to the
throw it.
incinerator in order to...
No, that's wrong! Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Unless you have a baseball pitch. Oh shit, that's actually going to be what happens. I said that as a joke.
Yes, you could. If you used this.
Baseball.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But how would you use it?
The killer had to use a glass ball in a certain way, which was throw it.
I got it! The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
Huh? Wait. Someone turned the incinerator on? Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy.
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they'd gotten the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
The baseball player.
That's right! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
a baseball star. It wouldn't have been much challenge at all for the killer because baseball star.
I got it! Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer! These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
You still won't admit it? Okay then. Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear.
Why is she so much more friendly with me now? She used to, like, not talk to me, hate me.
And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered, and the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
And closing arguments about to begin. More tutorials! Each case is one last element to bring the class trial to an end. This is the closing argument. In this phase, you give a complete summary of the case. You have to reproduce the flow of events for the case in the form of a comic book. However, you'll notice that in the comic, there are a number of pieces missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using the provided truth panels. If you take aim at a missing section and press the left mouse button, holy cow, you'll get a hint that might lead to a breakthrough. Well then, good luck and have fun. I have 20 minutes to do this? My room is the scene of the crime. The incident began when the killer entered. It's like manga panels, so it's from right to left, right? Yeah, looks like it. Act 1, the killer walks in. He gets to close the door behind them while Sayaka waits all the way ahead with the knife. What is going on here? And then Sayaka attacks. What is this? I have no idea what the second thing is. Whatever, we'll say that's what happened next. And Sayaka drops the knife. The killer hits her in the wrist. What? Wait, this is literally just right here. Like, you can see, like, the knife, part of her leg and skirt, and it's all the same. It's... Well, after that, the doorknob. And Sayaka was hiding in the bathroom while the killer was trying to break in. Like it was against the door. Well, that can't be right. That has to go here. And as they were getting in... Oh, are not all of these, like, applicable? Is that the thing? I think I get it now. Wait. Here we go. So the killer comes in. They have the fight. Sayaka drops the knife. Hides in here. And killer's at the doorknob. Have they... Yeah, they get in. Oh, they see her. That's probably just that. Act 3, they kill that up, clean that up. Lint roll the entire floor. Insane throw, that's for the crystal ball to hit the thing. And then they throw the shirt. Everything burns. I think that's it. I'm kind of split on like what's going on with the knife. Because like you literally see it right there, so it's that panel. So I'm assuming it's just the immediate following panel. Maybe that's supposed to be an easy one, but that just feels off. See, they get in. They have an altercation. The killer cleans up. They tie the shirt into a ball, throw it in the trash, and they leave. Alright, how do I... A piece of missing evidence left behind the trash room was... Oh my god, there's more. That makes so much sense. Alright, so they throw that. Let's take it from the top. So, Act 1, the killer comes up to the nameplate on the door. Whatever this is. Like attack. And after she misses, the killer must notice the sword. The killer parries the attack. Yeah, this has to be this one, because we see right here, she has the knife. This is probably the only time we'll see the killer with the sword. Or at least with the sword wait, is the sword sheathed? Well, the knife is used to scratch the sword, so they parried the attack with the knife. This probably isn't here. Oh wait, so she drops the... What is this panel? Maybe it is the drop the knife? But she immediately runs into the bathroom. So, this panel can't be after it, but this... Okay, the message exists in this panel, so it has to happen before. And the panel before this one is when she's still like up against the wall, before the killer would have even gotten in. She hasn't even been stabbed yet, you can tell by the knife being so clean. And then, clean up. Insane baseball throw. This. And then this one's just left behind, I guess.
The killer is you! I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning. Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier. But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist. And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife.
Damn, I was wrong.
Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing. So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife.
Where'd they get the tools? The tools in my room were still in the packaging. They must have left and come back. That'd be like bulletproof evidence.
And stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there. Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there, but the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hiro's crystal ball, which he'd left in the laundry room. The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw, but the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life. Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence. Isn't that right, Leon? It would appear that Hiro simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object! I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories! You need evidence! Where's the evidence? Without evidence, it's all bullshit! It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it!
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
I have the evidence? How much evidence do we need against this guy? Like, everyone else is like, oh, have in Makoto's room, done deal. But against this guy, it's like, his name is at the scene. Well... Your first bullet time battle is about to begin. Oh my god. But sometimes during a class trial, your opponent simply won't want to hear what you have to say. When this happens, you will engage them in a head-to-head battle. We like to refer to this as the bullet time battle. During the bullet time battle, you want to destroy your opponent's statements in time with the rhythm. It's a rhythm game? Match your button presses with each tempo marker as they move across the screen and reach the center. Press the right mouse button to lock on to an opponent's statement. Destroy the statement you've locked onto with the left mouse button as the tempo marker reaches the center. Oh my god, it's actually a rhythm game. Use this method to deal damage to your opponent. If you can't pull it off, you'll be the one in pain. Do this consecutively and you'll start a combo. Keep this going and you'll initiate a tempo up. On the flip side, if you keep missing, you'll get into a tempo down situation. When the tempo changes, so does the timing for hitting each button. So watch out for that. Deal enough damage to your opponent and their weak spot statement will appear. At that point, you can press the left mouse button to shoot it down with a truth bullet like any other statement. You shoot this statement fast enough and you'll come out victorious. But just like before, if your influence gauge reaches 0 or you run out of time, you fail. Well then, good luck and have fun.
When the killer removed the screws from the doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it. Instead, they must have used something that belonged to them.
They used something of their own to remove the screws? Could it have been... Oh right, yeah, you mentioned this earlier. My toolkit was unsealed.
I refuse to acknowledge you! You're stupid! Stupid, stupid, stupid! Stupid, 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 stupid!
We're about to shoot this guy. I have to show indisputable evidence that Leon is the killer. I need to figure it out.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me! Stupid!
Let's click on each of these.
You lie! Stop talking! Shut up!
I have no clue what I'm doing.
You kidding me? Not a chance! You lie! Shut up! Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance! It wasn't me!
Okay, now I get it.
Stupid!
Just alternate left click, right click.
You lie! Stop talking!
That's all he has to say, too.
Where's your proof?
This should prove it!
What did I do?
The screws on the bathroom doorknob were removed. I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
And that must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid... Huh?
And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid. Stupid.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Are they allowed to, like, leave the room to, like, go gather more evidence? Like, we never checked out if, like, where his screwdriver is, though. You can just say, you don't know, it was mine.
Then it would seem we are finished here.
Yay! We get coin? Incredible.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right?
They'll really kill you for not participating in the democracy.
Okay, then let's get excited! Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Oh, got to do his voice again. Uh-oh. Looks like you got it right on the money. A Blackened, in this case, the one that killed Sayaka, was none other than Leon Kuwata. Damn.
Huh?
Sucks to be him.
Hey, hold on.
You know, it's like actually really unfair. Like, just gets invited to someone's room to talk, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll go check it out. And then they try to kill him. Actually, she tried to, like, hide in the bathroom. He could have just not gone for his toolkit. He could have gone back to his room. He was completely... Yeah, never mind. No ethical quandary. He deserves to die. Leon. Leon, did you really kill Sayaka?
But...
I don't believe it.
You son of a bitch!
Son of a bitch. What the hell is wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
Yeah, you did. I just went over this. It was kill or be killed.
So, that's why...
I killed her first.
None of you are any different!
One wrong step, and you'll be the one standing here. It was complete chance that I wound up like this.
I was just... unlucky. That's all. Hey! Come on!
You accept me to just accept my death? Again? He literally, like, could have just not gone into the bathroom. Everything's become clear. The decision we've made was right after all. But when I think about that, honestly, I'd be better off if we'd been wrong. Because what if we came up with Because what if we came up with really is the truth? Then that truth is that Sayaka was trying to frame me. But even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind. It's all because of that video. Even I couldn't handle what I saw in there. If it was her and the video actually had something to do with me, I can't even imagine. Now we're trapped here, with no way out. They're probably waiting for me.
What?
I can't afford to be stuck in here. The one thing that was more important to her than anything else. Her dreams, her friends. To see something like that happen to them. And Sayaka. I did whatever it took to reach that dream. I mean it. Even some things that weren't so pleasant. And that's why Sayaka, for the friends that meant so much to her, that's why she betrayed me. So when she said,
No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
she was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me. Is that why she talked to me in the first place? But wasn't she trying to talk to us, like, before we even knew, like, it was the death game and everything? It was like, before the entrance ceremony where Monokuma told us we're all killing each other, she was, like, still trying to talk to me. It's interesting. I guess I'll never know. Because there's nothing I can do to ask her what she was thinking. Once you're dead, that's it. Boy howdy, the entertainment industry must be terrifying, huh? I mean, to try and kill someone just because of those relationships? She seems so nice and lovely on the outside, but inside, she's descended into pure madness. What did you say?
Phew!
I understand. Really, I do. Yep. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? Compassion, intimacy, love. The stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse. Stop screwing with us. This is all your fault. Sayaka being forced to do something like that. All of it. Everything. It's all your fault. Suddenly, in a frenzy, I lunged at Monokuma, but...
That's enough.
As angry as I was, Kyoko latched onto my arm without hesitation. Oh, now she's like... Does she hate us or what? Because, like, ever since the murder, she's, like, immediately, like, completely flipped. She's not mean anymore. She's, like, helping us every step of the way. Her grip is like iron. Strong enough, I was sure it would leave a bruise.
Calm down.
If you really want to make her enemies pay for what they've done, you need to let it go for now. Damn it. Ah, that was a close one. I thought for sure you were going to give me a good walloping. Just barely avoided punishment you did.
Yes, indeed.
Then, since you so magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the class trial, the blackened Leon Kuwata will receive his punishment.
Punishment? You mean execution? Wait a second!
I didn't have a choice. I had to kill her.
Yeah, that's it.
I was just protecting myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense. That's why I had to break into the bathroom to finish the job.
Is that okay?
How exactly was it self-defense? When you forced your way into the bathroom, did you or did you not use your very own toolkit? After she shut herself in the bathroom, you went out of your way to head back to your room. Then you came all the way back, broke into the bathroom, and killed her. Am I wrong?
Do you understand?
You had any number of chances to stop what you were doing, but you chose not to. Is it not because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder?
So, that's
No,
why...
that's not... Stop it. I've had enough of this.
Oh.
Oh, are you sure? You were closer to her than anyone, were you not? He killed your precious Sayaka, do you understand? I can't say Leon is solely to blame. Of course, I don't plan on blaming Sayaka either, because the one to blame is him!
Huh?
Sorry? If it weren't for you, this would have never happened to Sayaka or Leon. You shouldn't be fighting each other. Makoto just gained class consciousness. We should be fighting against the one who put us in the situation, the mastermind.
Unbelievable.
Did you awaken to your sense of justice?
Hey,
It just so happens that there's nothing more unethical than an unwavering sense of justice. After all, it's people with that sort of mentality that perpetuate war all over the world. Is that the kind of justice that's awakened within you? Just shut up. Okay, well anyway, more importantly, let's hurry up and get to what everyone's been waiting for. A punishment.
I'm begging you! Please, don't do this!
Hey!
No more
Come
begging.
on now!
No more excuses. You must pay the penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands it.
Stop! Please!
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment!
For Leon Kuwata, the ultimate baseball star. You know, why don't they keep doing like half of the line?
No, 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 no!
He said no 6 times, I think I counted. There's 7 no's on screen.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
No!
Oh, it's a new art style too. What? Did he just like grab my chains? Thank God they all get to watch. Holy shit. I like how we all just go back to the trial room to have our emotions. What we saw. That was the true face of the bear. I mean, if we can't call it that, what else could we call it?
Extreme!
Man, my adrenaline is pumping right out of control. Now he said it better than I could. What's going on? What do you think? The trial, the execution, what? Cool.
I can't take it.
Did they really have a voice line of her saying I can't take it, and not one of her saying I can't take this anymore? Come on. Do we really have to keep doing this? I just can't take it. She's gonna be the next murderer, isn't she?
Well?
Okay. You don't like it? All you gotta do is swear to cut all ties with the outside world and accept living here forever. But that's only if every single one of you can get on board with that.
Damn you!
Man, fuck you. What the fuck are you doing all this evil shit to us?
What the heck?
Evil? You make it sound like I'm some dark, awful, secret society type of guy.
Say what?
Or in this case, a dark, awful, secret society type of bear.
Well...
So why are you putting us... Why are you putting up an upstanding citizen like me through such a grueling ordeal?
Hey,
It seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. It's like trying to put a mile on a scale. I just don't think it's possible. Hey, I don't think what you're saying and what I'm saying quite fit together. You piece of shit. I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your ass into the ground. He said he was gonna like punch whoever killed Sayaka. Do you think like Sayaka planning to kill him first changed his judgment, or if he just forgot? You must really hate me to get so angry, huh? Why did you do that? You're barking way the wrong tree. That happened because more than one of you decided you want to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't cut free of your regrets to the outside world. You're to blame. Of course, he can't cut free of the outside world. He's trapped in this insane place. You're trapped, are you? Well, I'm sure once you learn all the mysteries of the school, your thinking will change for sure. You think, boy, isn't it so wonderful how we all get to live here forever?
What does this mean?
Well, what are you trying to say?
Hey.
I feel like there's some deeper meaning hidden there. Just like before.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Anyway, let's get to the Blackened's punishment. That's what everyone is waiting for, after all.
Hey.
When you say everyone, who exactly are you referring to? Sorry, I said everything I got to say. I need to save some for the fun later. Save some of the fun for later. And just like that, he was gone. Where is he going? He left us there, overwhelmed by a nightmare turned reality. Even after he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no, it wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We were all too scared. Scared of being alone. No one even tried to speak. Their faces were stone, their voices dead. But it was in that moment.
Just a second.
Makoto, can I talk to you for a second? She moved me in close and whispered into my ear.
Makoto.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about. It's about Sayaka, isn't it? I'm surprised you figured it out.
Listen.
I told you before the class trial started. You had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? Thought never even crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool becoming such an easy target like that.
It's true.
Sayaka meant to double-cross you. That's a fact you can never change. But even till the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why. As she lay dying, she was thinking of you. She was thinking of me? You can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you can know that. I think it's because of like the bouquet I gave her. Only Sayaka would know for sure, and we can't ask her now.
However...
Even if you can't ask her, you can infer it, don't you think? Her final thought was how she could protect you. What?
So...
The fact that she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves it. If she didn't care what happened to you, she never would have left that message. Well, maybe she just wanted to get back at the person who killed her.
Certainly.
That's certainly one possibility. But I don't think that's what it was.
Anyway...
She was... uncertain. She wasn't sure she could kill someone or deceive you. Which is why your plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure.
Right.
It's almost ironic when you think about it. Why are you telling me all this? Because You're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the deaths of your friends, Sayaka and Leon, and keep moving forward.
Correct.
Without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free of such a desperate situation. Move past their death? I could never do that. No. I'm gonna carry them with me the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past something like that? Leon, Sayaka, I'll carry them with me forever. I'll carry their memories with me wherever I go. So instead of forgetting them, choosing the hard road, well, I have high expectations for you. As she said that, she revealed the smallest smile.
Hey.
By the way, I have to admit, I'm curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka? Oh, well, we're like at her murder trial. It's kind of the subject. I'm psychic.
What?
Uh-huh. Kidding. I just have pretty good intuition. Well, I actually really like that. Chapter 1. Survive. The end. Surviving students. 3 gone. I like how Junko actually died for nothing. Like, she just kind of died and everyone moved on. You've received the Despair Bat present. Is that because I killed Leon? Wait, so... if... I'm a little curious. If I didn't give Sayaka that bouquet of flowers, would she not have written Leon's name at the scene? Because what Kyoko said about her writing the name to protect me makes a lot of sense. I think that if I didn't give her the flowers, then she wouldn't have left the message. That's really interesting. Well, I'm gonna end it off with this one. It went a lot longer than I usually go. So, I hope you guys liked it. If you made it this far, please tell me if my microphone is good. If you've watched the rest of the videos, then please. Anyway, but I hope you guys enjoyed. This is a very interesting episode. The whole trial is like very handholdy and very easy, but maybe if it didn't tell me it was Leon, I would have been a lot more like... I don't know, I really want to know if she only left it because I gave her the flowers, but that'll be all for this episode. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.